Disclaimer. The following may contain depictions of violence or graphic senses. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, this recap you're about to watch is not edited or scripted by me. I wanted someone else try to do it. Let me know what you guys think. Blood Drain, looking at the Cassian with his red glowing eyes, thought, I've never seen such skills. Or this guy. Wait a minute. Is he the one who took out Blaster? Now he's after me. Blood Drain smiled and said, this fight is going to be fun as his body emerged with a red aura. He then told Cassian, I shall retreat for today. But don't think you're safe. Cassian was shocked to see Blood Drain form. Blood Drain threatened Cassian, saying that he would kill him. Na Kim was also worried and scared. Cassian rushed towards Blood Drain, but before he could catch him, Blood Drain disappeared. Cassian, though angry, thought about whether Blood Drain might go outside. Na Kim called Cassian and asked for a favor to save her friend. The scene shifted to Wu Chan and Daewon driving in a car. Daewon asked Wu Chan, do you think she pressed it by mistake or as a prank? Wu Chan replied, if that were the case, she would have at least called. She's not one to make jokes like these. Daewon also mentioned, I've alerted the police too. They must be on their way. They continued on their way. The scene shifted back to Cassian, who phoned the ambulance and said, there's a critical patient here, so please come quickly. I'm begging you. Cassian told Na Yoon, the ambulance is on its way. We should check for bleeding first. If you have a handkerchief or something to tie around the wound, please give it to me. Something with good elasticity, if possible. Na reached into her bag to find something with good elasticity. Na handed some type of cloth to Cassian, and he successfully used it to cover the patient's wounds and stop the bleeding. Cassian asked Moros, can you check her condition? Moros replied, are you asking me to check how critical she is? If so, then I won't need to use the Eye of Insight. Moros began his scanning process and told them, there's nothing immediately fatal as of now. Na Yoon asked Cassian if her friend would be okay. Cassian replied, she'll be fine if the medics arrive on time, which made Cassian feel relieved. The medics arrived and Cassian told Na Yoon, I've performed first aid. The others can take care of the rest. Na Yoon thanked him and then left. Cassian was seen running through the building like a flash, and Moros said, they were lucky. If you hadn't reached there on time, they would have died suddenly. Cassian felt something catch on his back. It was a drone. Cassian worried, what is this thing? As Cassio was lost in thought, a sharp whistle cut through the air, snapping his back to reality. He turned, startled, to see Mrs. Crow standing there, a stern expression etched across his face. Do you not remember me? She asked, her voice laced with a chilling edge. It would be quite upsetting if you've forgotten. Upsetting enough for me to kill you. The threat hung heavy in the air, and Cassio felt a shiver run down his spine as he tried to recall the lady before him. Cassian was now thinking about Miss Crow, while Screwdriver was also watching Cassian from the screen cameras, observing Miss Crow and Cassian. She introduced herself to Cassian as Raven and asked about his identity. Cassian replied that he didn't have a name. Raven laughed and said he didn't have a villain name yet. Cassian then said, never mind the villain name. Tell me what that is first, as he gazed at the drone. Miss Raven looked at the drone and explained to Cassian, to catch the murderer, Screwdriver placed these drones in areas where he's likely to strike. Cassian asked, was I sent the location through that? Raven replied, yes. Miss Raven also said, thanks to that, we were able to find out who the murderer was. Cassian asked about the murderer, and she replied, it's Blood Rain. He wanders all over the country committing heinous murders. To be honest, I did suspect him to be responsible for this, but he's really difficult to keep track of, so I couldn't be sure. Moreover, there was also an internal matter. Screwdriver just looking whole scene from the camera and also searching for some popcorns. Miss Raven took out a box and said to Cassian, Screwdriver asked me to give this to you. He said he'll explain everything once you deal with this. She then threw the box to Cassian. Cassian opened the box and was shocked to see 3 high-quality magic crystals inside. The sight of the crystals took him by surprise, both because of their exceptional quality and their immense worth. News channels also reported yesterday around 8 in the evening that Notan 24, the suspected mass-murdering villain, struck again. Fortunately, thanks to the psychers who arrived on the scene immediately after being notified of the situation, no deaths occurred. Cassian's sister was watching the news as Cassian entered the house. She saw her sister watching the news. The news report also mentioned that one female high school student was undergoing treatment in a hospital for her injuries, but her life didn't appear to be in danger. Cassian's sister asked him if he was going to school, and Cassian replied yes. She also mentioned that it's scary nowadays and told him to be careful. Cassian replied with an okay. Cassian came outside and Moros, the creature attached to his body, thought, it's been quite a few days since he possessed Cassian Kwan's body. He need to get stronger to take revenge against Lampas, but he don't know how much he can trust this weird-looking thing. Cassian thought the deal he made with the villains in the Vil Zone was also grating on his nerves. Nighttime came, and Cassian stood with Crow, asking, "You're giving me 3 high-quality magical crystals." Cassian touched the crystal and told Crow that this was only a portion of the prize promised. She asked him if it was not enough, and Cassian replied it was more than he expected. Crow told Cassian, "But that guy's strong. With Cassian's current spell power, he won't be able to defeat Blood." Crow also mentioned to Cassian that there was a micro-GPS tracking device that Screwdriver made. Crow told him, "You can use it when you want to." Cassian examined the GPS and stayed silent. Crow then mentioned that they had organized the list of places Blood was spotted into a file and told Cassian to check it out. Crow added, "To be honest, I don't have high expectations from you, but..." This statement made Cassian and Moros nervous. Crow told Cassian with an evil gaze that if he disappointed Screwdriver, he knew what his punishment would be. Now, back in the present, Kang Wu looked disappointed and asked, "What the hell are they on about?" Moros told Kang Wu that this wasn't the way to the school. Kang Wu then told Moros that he had somewhere else to go. Memories hit him, and Cassian thought, as he looked at the data Screwdriver sent, that COA High School stood out. Even the school the girls from yesterday attended was COA High School. He considered that he might find some clues near the school. Moros asked Cassian if he planned on going around asking about him. Cassian replied that if he were to do that, he would have to. He added, "There's something that's bothering me though. One of the girls from yesterday is the younger sister of the top dog at our school, Naono." Cassian opened his mobile phone and told Moros that he should contact the school before he left. He called and said, "Hello, this is Cassian Kwan here. I've got a bad cold and will be resting at home today." At the hospital, Wu Chan sat sadly. Daewon arrived and handed him a coffee, asking, "Did you not sleep last night?" Daewon also inquired about N8 Yoon's health. Wu Chan replied, "She's fallen asleep." Wu Chan further asked if Daewon had looked at the case report. Daewon replied that he had. Daewon said it was difficult to check the CCTV recordings because they were destroyed, but from the report, it was easy to tell that the murderer was Blood Rain. Daewon explained that Blood Rain's record showed he sucked the blood of his victims but left their bodies undamaged. However, the bodies of the victims found in the Gadanam district showed extensive damage, so they had excluded Blood Rain from their list of suspects. Daewon added, "I can't believe it turned out to be him." Wu Chan said to Daewon that the villain who helped Anna Yoon and Min Young seemed like the same guy from before. Daewon replied, "It seems like the guy from before, right?" Wu Chan said that Anna Yoon had mentioned something she called him her savior. He noted, if he was a villain, he should have been out of his mind. But he saved people, including my sister. Wu Chan asked Daewon what the hell was going on. Daewon replied that he was also wondering about that, noting that the same thing had happened with Blaster. He added, "Who the hell is he?" The scene shifted to Cassian, who noticed that everyone around him was enjoying their lives, but he looked a little sad. Moros said to him, "You've come a long way, skipping class and coming here." Cassian entered the shop and grabbed a drink. He saw the girls asking the cashier if he was a model, but the cashier replied, "No, I told you I'm not. I'm just a student taking a semester off." The girls then asked, "What college do you go to?" Suddenly, Cassian approached from behind and told the cashier to pack his drink. The cashier replied with a smile, "I will."
Hello, my people. Right now, I'm trying to find people to edit and script write for me. Just starting out, so don't think I'm finna pay millions. But if interested, let me know. Next recap will be done by someone else, just a heads up. If it doesn't work out, I will continue doing it myself. That is, if I don't like how it turned out or you guys not liking it. I personally didn't like how this came out, but I didn't have any backups, so just decided to post this to how something y'all can watch. Well, that's it for now. Folks, take care and take it easy. Now for the little recorded bit. If we can get the amount of likes shown here, I will upload next episode as soon as I can. Please leave any feedback on the comments below. So with that, I want to say, thanks for watching. Hoped you enjoyed. See you guys later.